What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to make Poppy Playtime Chapter 1. This is part 3 of 10, and it's just the dome room. This room is certainly one of the big boys of the map. So, yeah, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, now, the room that's gonna bring me, I think, physical pain. The dome room. This room is probably going to be the worst outside of maybe Make a Friend in the Pit. So I am just warning you, this room is not gonna exactly be a pleasure to make. If you have a clean swept inventory, good. If you don't get one and get out, polished diorite, stripped warped hyphae, white concrete, cyan concrete, red concrete, yellow concrete, light blue concrete, I guess, gray concrete, yeah, they never end, and let's go with blue concrete, why not? So, the pattern in this room isn't really too difficult. So, first off, if you look at this wall, I will note that these two rows of the wall here are visible. Don't really worry about it, it's fine, whatever. If you are above the doorway, though, and looking towards the open space, you want to come to the right side, and from the bottom stripped or hyphae, you will go back diagonally right by 1. Then go right 2, back diagonally right 1, right 1, back diagonally right 1, then right with a gray concrete, back diagonally right 2 with gray concrete, back with a stripped warped hyphae, back diagonally right 1, back 1, back diagonally right 1, back 2, back diagonally right 1, then back with a red concrete. And then I would place 4 polished diorite in the floor going back, and then a yellow, we don't have yellow terracotta. Really, we don't have yellow terracotta. You know what? Get rid of the blue for it. I don't care anymore, we need it. Yellow terracotta behind the polished diorite, except up a block again. Stripped warp hyphae behind that. Back diagonally left 1. Back 2. Back diagonally left 1. Back 1. Back diagonally left with a stripped warped hyphae, and then back with a gray concrete, back diagonally left by 2, left with a stripped warped hyphae, back diagonally left 1, back diagonally left 1, left 2, back diagonally left 1, and then left with a yellow terracotta. Then 4 polished diorite in the floor, and then again a block up, cyan concrete. Stripped warped hyphae, left of that. 4 diagonally to the left 1, left 2. 4 diagonally to the left 1, left 1. 4 diagonally to the left 1, and then left with a gray concrete. 4 diagonally left 2 with gray concrete, and then forward with a stripped warped hyphae. 4 diagonally left 1, forward 1, 4 diagonally left 1, forward 2, 4 diagonally left 1, forward with a red concrete, 4 polished diorite in the floor, cyan concrete a block above in front of that, then in front of that a stripped warped hyphae, forward diagonally right 1, forward 2, 4 diagonally right 1, forward 1, forward diagonally right 1, and then this one you will go 4 diagonally to the right by 2 with polished diorite in the floor, which are kind of placeholders, and then a stripped warp hyphae on the next diagonal. Then 4 diagonally right 1, 4 diagonally right 1, and right by 2. I would break these 2 polished diorites, because they will not be polished diorite, I believe. They should be smooth quartz if I am correct, but I could not be. I don't know. Anyway, you want to fill in your entire floor of this area in with polished diorite. I will just kind of destroy these extra glasses. It's fairly fine. In the kind of, like, opening here on the left side, I would just kind of almost square it off like this. Well, that's not really squared off, but you get what I'm saying here. You're going to have a polished diorite kind of in a diagonal from it right there. That is, I think, where that should be. Yeah. That's kind of the most in that polished diorite will go there. But everywhere else, it's just kind of to the point of the wall. Yeah. And then after this, you get a little bit of a break. The electrical room isn't too bad. I mean, it has a lot in it, but it's a fairly easy room to make. So that is something. At least. And then after you fill in the floor, I guess you could, as you do it, add the old colored tiles everywhere. Which will, I don't know, just add a little bit of color. And as mentioned, I think later it'll switch to cyan concrete. I want to say it's like after the first vent set. I think it might just be in the make a friend room. It's different actually. Or it might have changed in one of the hallways. Because I feel like it... No, because... No, yeah, that is the next room after this hallway here that has it. And that hallway shouldn't be any different, because, well, I would have just block-picked the floor materials from in here, but... I think it's just Mega Friend that is cyan concrete instead. I don't know why. Again, probably just a little oopsie on my part. But... those are the things I don't change in builds, because it's just like, why? What's the point? I guess, yes, consistency, but you get to see that I truly don't necessarily make it perfect every time. Anyway, this room, I kind of just, like, almost go in a circular pattern and just make sure that that circle isn't very circular at the same time. Oh. Boop. No one will know. It's also the fun thing about accidentally breaking an extra block. You can just fill it with not diorite. Like right there. Something like that. I mean, that's not a lot of texturing there, but it's enough, I think. The middle will kind of get masked, but that is fine. So let's make the doorways. Well, first off, before we actually do that, or can do that, you want to place 5 rows of white concrete on top of each stripped warped hyphae. This will, I don't know, just give us walls. Nothing really crazy about it. Why do we actually need gray concrete? What is the... Oh, right, it's the doorways, huh? But, yeah, it'll just be easier to make the doorways once we have the, or if we have the height of this available to see. But yeah, a lot of filling. And then the dome I'm gonna kind of, I guess, instruct just row by row going around. Not that that's probably the most efficient way, but with domes nothing is truly efficient. Anyway. I don't really know what to say. Like, it's white concrete on a wall. There's not really much to say. Anyway, we'll start with the doorways that are like the, I guess, the larger doorways. So you'll have essentially a base like of either cyan concrete, red concrete, or yellow terracotta. And you want to just extend them or push them each out by a block, like this. Oh, that's not the right block. That's still not the right block, God. You'll then bring each of these concretes or terracotta up by 2. Can I, like, place the right block? Also, if you want on the left one over here, you can bring them. I did that here, too. You can bring them left a block or outside of the wall a block, just because they do, or it does end up being triple layered. It might be because of this layer, but it might not be. I don't remember. Anyway, on the right one, you will place a cyan concrete on top of each top block. Bring it in a row, and then again, you'll place a full row on top. Like so. On the back one, it's red concrete, and on the left one, it's yellow terracotta that you do this with. It's funny that they're all different. Just like this. And then on the, I guess we'll just go back left to right. On this left one, on the, I guess, yeah, if you're looking at the doorway, the left half has cyan concrete above it, right half has red concrete. From the back one, the left half has yellow terracotta, and the left half has cyan concrete. And on the right half, or on the right one, if you're looking at it, the left half is red concrete, right half is yellow terracotta. Just like this. So for the 4 corner, or I guess the 3 corner doorways, that's kind of not a doorway. You'll bring each gray concrete up by 2 to start. You'll then take the wall on each one, and you'll essentially bring it out with a different block. This will include that one, actually. So if you start from this front right-hand one, if you're looking at it, you'll take this kind of right row of the wall, and you will bring it out with just a row of cyan concrete that is 3 high. Other side of it will be 3 red concrete high, like this. And if you go to the back right one, it is on this side red concrete, and on the back half cyan concrete. On the back left one, it is to the right of it yellow terracotta, and in front of it cyan concrete. And then the front one would be cyan concrete off the left wall and red concrete off the front wall. Off of these front 2, so you can see this is the doorway that we've come from. These front 2, you'll place a yellow terracotta on top of each top block there, and then you'll place the inverse of the color below. So you have red concrete below, you'll place cyan on top. You have cyan below, you'll place red on top. Just like that. The back 2 are a little different, though. The back right one is cyan on top of the red, and then red on top of the cyan. And both just have yellow above that. And on the back left, it is red above the yellow, and then yellow above the cyan. And then it's above the left one, it's red, and above the right one, it's cyan. Just like this. On each of the 4 corners, you will essentially bring these kind of middle singular concrete or terracotta in with a yellow concrete, just so they kind of connect above the doorway. Except on the one that's open, you will... Who dare? You will do 2 rows instead of 1. So you'll do this connector, and then you'll also do 1 more row up. Just like that. You'll then, from there, kind of just connect the white concrete diagonally. So, if you take these single rows of white concrete at the top, you'll bring them in with a white, and then just place one on the diagonal like this. So you can kind of see what that gives you. And you will do this on each of the corners for however many blocks you may need to, whether it's 1 or 2. We will worry about the doorway over there later. Just not quite yet. Now, from there, what you can do is... on the back doorway here, which is this one, you will take the top 2 rows and the middle 4 blocks of each and just place a yellow concrete off of each of those 8 blocks, like this. This is for a sign, which is... I don't remember what it is. It's something. It says a word, I can tell you that. Anyway... Let's make the various boxes around the room first, and then we'll kind of start to work on the ceiling. So if you come back to the doorway which we came from in this room, which is this front one, you will go from the cyan concrete here and kind of go back diagonally left. And right here, you will place a cyan concrete with a red concrete on top. From that, you will go back diagonally left and then place a yellow terracotta with a cyan concrete on top. And then from that, you will count left by 2, place cyan concrete with a red concrete on top. And then from that, you'll count left 2 and back 1 and place a yellow terracotta. Also, I didn't even see this sneaky little guy. Between these two block tall ones with where there's a 1 block gap in between them, up against the wall in the middle there, you'll place a red concrete. From the doorway here on the left, this corner one, you'll place behind the cyan concrete here, you'll place a row of 2 high red concrete. Behind that, you'll place a cyan concrete with a yellow terracotta on top. From that, you'll go back diagonally left and do the opposite, so yellow terracotta with cyan on top. Behind that, you'll place a red with a yellow on top. And then from that, you'll go back diagonally left and place a cyan with a red on top. Just behind this doorway here on the actual left wall, you'll take just where the wall has this 2 block area before the doorway here, you'll place 2 cyan concrete in front of it along the floor like this. Bring either one right by 1 and then bring that whole thing up by 1. So you have a 2 by 2 by 2. On top of the back left block, you'll place a yellow terracotta, and on top of the front left, you'll place a red concrete, yellow terracotta, red concrete. Behind the bottom right corner of the cyan, you'll place a yellow. From the doorway on the far back wall, which is this one, from the bottom cyan terracotta, you'll count 4 diagonally left 1 and place a yellow terracotta. Bring it up 1, left 2, then go down 1, forward with a cyan, forward diagonally left with a red that has a yellow on top, and then from that red back diagonally left with another red, but this one has a cyan on top. Almost there, don't worry. Not on the build, but on the room. If you head between the next 2 doorways, which is the one on the back wall and this one in the back right, you will take this row of 3 stripped warped hyphae at the base and place a red concrete off the middle. In front of it, place 2 cyan concrete along the floor. Each one of those cyans can be brought right by 1, and then each of those 4 can be brought up by 1. From the back bottom left-hand corner, where you have a red behind it, you'll place a yellow off the left. Moving along to essentially on the same spot where you have the 2 by 2 cyan cube on the far wall over there, you want a 2 by 2 by 2 red concrete cube there. See where that is placed. From the doorway here on the right side, you'll take this bottom red concrete and place a cyan off the left. Leave a 3 block gap moving forward and place a yellow here with a red concrete forward diagonally left. That's all of the various things around this room that are just kind of along the walls. Now, this is where things get a little bit weird, because we don't quite have materials, but we can't really get rid of anything. Well, I guess we can start to get rid of things. So if you head to the front doorway again, you want to place a row of white concrete on top of it, and then bring that whole row back by 3. So you have a row of 6, essentially, that just sticks out like that. We're just going to go left again, because I always like going clockwise better, not really for any particular reason. But you want to go from this corner of white concrete, you want to go back diagonally left 1, left 1, back diagonally left 1, left 1, back diagonally left by 3, back 1, back diagonally left 1, back 1, back diagonally left 1, back by 5, back diagonally right 1, back 1, back diagonally right 1, back 1, back diagonally right by 3, right 1, back diagonally right 1, right one, back diagonally, right one, right by 5, forward diagonally, right one, and I think you get the drill here. It's just basically a lot of 2s and 1s and stuff. I can show you from an overhead also what it looks like. I'm probably not going to go all the way around on every single row of the dome, just for that reason particularly, like, good lord. Okay, I added an extra 2 there. I think I still have something goofy. I have an extra 1 now. So that's essentially what you should have. You should have another ring within the original point. So you want to fill in everything outside of this circle in with white concrete as your ceiling. Just, I guess, kind of filling in a portion of the ceiling of the sphere, or circle below you. This is not a sphere. There are no spheres being made, thankfully. If I had to make a sphere, I would probably lose it, I think. Domes are bad enough. Spheres just take domes to another level. I guess a sphere is just a double-sided dome. You know, Mommy Longlegs has a sphere on her. Although that's not to this scale, I guess. It'd be horrifying if it was. Nope, I almost missed a slide. Because I was like, yup, I hit the point where there's blocks filled in, so I'm done, but I was not. Yeah, so I'm essentially going to kind of instruct the dome. I'll tell you half of it, and then I'll let you pick up the pattern for the other half. As far as, like, per row, not for the whole thing. I'm not going to be like, here, you have half the dome, now figure it out. Because that would just be evil. But we're going to start by dividing it into fourths, just because. So you should have this. It kind of looks like a donut now. Which, maybe I just want a donut, I don't know. You want to take the middle of the row of 6 on each side, the 2 blocks of, or the 2 middle blocks, and you want to place 4 white concrete going up now. This is where we're going to segment the dome into quarters. And I'll just show you basically 2 quarters per row. Then from that you go up diagonally in 1. And then up 1 as well. Just gonna do that separately, but might as well tell you the full row per thing. Then go up diagonally in and up again. Then go up diagonally in by 3. And then in 1, actually, at the end there. My brain didn't process that I was supposed to say that at the same time. I, like, picked up that it was like that, but I was like, nah, I'll wait. But I was like, actually, no. And then you'll go up diagonally in 1 and in 1. And then you'll go up diagonally in 1, and then just connect them all together, which should create a plus shape. Just like this. I didn't like the original way because I originally had it as the white and just red for all of it, and it looked like a medical symbol. Or the like, what is it? Emergency? I don't, there's something with it that I forget what it's called. But yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe not. Get rid of your gray concrete and yellow concrete. And I'm going to tell you to move your light blue concrete forward a slot, and then also get out red terracotta and black stained glass. So, first off, just directly on top of the original row of white concrete, except for obviously where there's the white concrete already, you want to place some light blue concrete. This is literally the only usage for it here. Just like this. Then you want to go around kind of in the same fashion. Or I guess, is it the exact same row? Yeah, it is the exact same row. And you want to place just a single red terracotta moving in. And then it will be 3 black glass. And then just the rest of the middle will be red terracotta, which is like 6 blocks, I think. Yes. So it's 1 red, 3 glass, and then the rest is just red. After this, it'll actually get different, don't worry. Or do worry, I guess, if you don't want it to get different. I do love some easy steps, I guess, but not today. Now the next row, from, I guess, wherever. Start from one of the reds and place... I'm going to start from the back row, and I'll be to the right of it. So you'll place red, black glass to the right, 4 diagonally to the right by 2 with black glass, then right with 2 red, 4 diagonally right 3, forward 2, sorry, forward 1, and then place a black glass, and then go forward diagonally to the right by 2, and then place a red in front. So again, red, glass, forward diagonally left what would be 2 here, forward with 2 red, forward diagonally left 3, left with a red and then a black glass, forward diagonally left with 2 black glass, and then place a red. And again, it's the same thing. This pattern, or this row, is fairly easy. It won't really jump too crazy, at least for now. It might get a little bit weird later with how far it jumps in spacing, but there you go. Next row is where the red gets shedded and it turns to yellow. So you'll place from, again, I'm going to start at the back right here. You'll place yellow, forward diagonally to the right with a black glass, right 1, forward diagonally right 1, then right with a yellow, forward diagonally to the right by 4, then forward with a black glass, forward diagonally to the right 1, forward 1, and then forward diagonally to the right with a yellow. So again, yellow here on top of the original red, forward diagonally what will now be left with a black glass. Maybe? No. Correction. No, yes, I am right. Forward 1, forward diagonally left 1, forward with a yellow, then forward diagonally to the left by 4, left with a black glass, forward diagonally left with a black glass, left 1, and then forward diagonally left with a yellow terracotta. And then again, you're copying it more. And if you ever do get confused, you can just kind of look at the other side. If you're doing it half like I am, it makes it a little bit easier to just kind of peek across and, I guess, cheat for your answers. Not fully, but partially. Anyway, next row. From the original yellow here, or I guess not from this yellow, but from the white, because this is now out another row, you'll place a yellow, black glass, forward diagonally right 1, right 1, right with a yellow, and then forward diagonally to the right by 4, forward with 2 black glass, forward diagonally right with a black glass, and then forward with a yellow. So again, going forward here, it's a yellow, black glass, forward diagonally left 1 now, forward with a glass, yellow, forward diagonally left 4, left with 2 glass, forward diagonally left with a glass, and then left with a yellow. Getting a little bit more interesting, but it still isn't crazy by any means. But I don't really think it'll ever get crazy if you just do it row by row. Simple enough. A lot of rows left, though. Next row of... From the white, you'll actually go forward diagonally right with a yellow right off the bat. You will then go right with 3 black glass, and forward diagonally right with a yellow. Go right 1, forward diagonally right 2, forward 1, forward diagonally right with a black glass, forward 2, and then forward with a yellow. So again, from this front right, forward diagonally left with a yellow, forward with 3 black glass, forward diagonally left with a yellow, forward 1, forward diagonally left 2, left 1, forward diagonally left with a black glass, left with 2 black glass, and then left with a yellow. Still not really crazy. I mean, this row is a little bit more interesting, but the patterns aren't anything absurd. Which is always nice. Just like that. We're starting to get there. The glass will eventually shrink also. Do keep that in mind. From the next white concrete up, you're just going to go straight right of it with a yellow. 2 black glass. Forward diagonally right one. Right with a yellow. Forward diagonally right by 3. Forward with a black glass. Forward diagonally right one. Forward one, and then forward with a yellow. So again, from here, yellow, 2 glass. Forward diagonally left with a glass. Forward with a yellow. Forward diagonally left by 3. Left with a glass. Forward diagonally left with a glass. Left one, and then left with a yellow. Just like this. Pretty simple. Right there. Is it 4? I'm a little lost. Just a little bit, though. I'll make it. Okay, yeah, there we go. Next row is just directly right of the white again. You'll place yellow. Forward diagonally right with a black glass. Right 2. Forward diagonally to the right by 3 with yellow, and then once with black glass. Forward 2, and then forward diagonally right with a yellow. These rows are getting smaller now, yay. So again, yellow. Forward diagonally left now with a black glass. Forward 2. Forward diagonally left with 3 yellow, and then a glass. Left with 2 glass, and then forward diagonally left with a yellow. The diagonals are in fact diagonaling. Can confirm. Next row, this little one dude lad, sir. You'll place a yellow to the left, or to the right of. Forward diagonally right with a black glass. Right 2. Forward diagonally right by 2 with yellow, and then once with black glass. Forward with 2 glass, and then you'll go forward diagonally right with a yellow. Then again in front, yellow. Forward diagonally left now with a glass. Forward 2. Forward diagonally left with 2 yellow, and then a glass. Left 2, and then forward diagonally left with a yellow. Oh lord, we're getting there. We're getting there. The top is in view, and the rows are getting shorter. And the glass is going to change, I think, on the next row. It's not going to be 3 anymore. It's going to be 2. Which almost means freedom. From the next one diagonal, right? This is still a one diagonal? Yes. You'll place a yellow to the right. Forward diagonally right with a black glass. And then it actually is still right by 2. It's the next row. And then from that black glass, you'll go forward with a yellow, right with a yellow, forward with a yellow, right with a black glass, forward 2, and then forward diagonally right with a yellow. So again, yellow in front, then now forward diagonally left with a glass, forward 2, left with a yellow, forward, left, forward with glass, left by 2 with glass, and then forward diagonally left with yellow. Diagonals are gone. Not really. They're never gone. Diagonals always exist. Although it's starting to get easier. Whoa. Next row. You want to take the... I just don't even know. You want to place 3 yellow on either side of the white sticking out. So it'll start from the base and it'll come out an additional block here. From this front block, you'll place a black glass off either side, and from the, I guess, middle block, you'll place 2 out from either side. From the front black glass, you'll place a yellow out. Why am I doing it symmetrical now? You'll place a yellow kind of in the corner and bring it out by 1, and then either of those 2 yellows can also be brought towards you by 1. You'll then essentially kind of turn and do the same thing instead of the way that we've been doing it. So again, the 3 yellow, And then you'll just need the little corner of black glass, and then the 2x2 will kind of show itself. Or will at least be a... It will just kind of be there. Like, you won't really need to search for it. Anyway, it'll look like this from underneath. From the top row of white here, you will place 2 yellow going out of either side of it, and then you'll end up kind of diagonally connecting to the other row, and you'll just place another yellow kind of to buff out that corner. And then, hey, look, it's the top. Hooray. At the very tippy top, you're just filling in with yellow in line with this top plus of white concrete, which is literally just like 3 blocks per corner. Oh, that was horrible. I never want to have to make another dome like that again in a tutorial. But there it is. It looks pretty domey, in fact. That's all I can say about it, really. Because I don't really think I want to say anything else about it. Anyway. Let's finish up the kind of bottom here, because we did kind of just leave it as a skeleton. Clear your inventory and get out. Smooth quartz slabs. Deep slate tile stairs. Paintings. Black stained glass blocks. And what else? Waxed oxidized copper. I guess it doesn't have to be waxed because it doesn't matter since it's already oxidized, but you get the point. Mangrove slabs, which we'll also use for a couple of planks. Oak slabs. Beehives. And dark oak signs. So, first off, where you have the single bits of yellow concrete above each of these kind of corner doorways, you'll place a smooth quartz slab just in the kind of crux between them. In the front left one, you want an upside down slab below the, or in between the bottom ones, and a normal slab between the top ones. This back thing of yellow concrete, you kind of want an alternating set. So from the bottom left, you'll place an upside down smooth quartz slab, and then you're just going to have like a zigzag pattern where that one is more down, and you'll go up, up, like that. Ooh, I don't know if that was audible. That was my hip that just popped. In the right doorway and the back doorway, the big ones, you'll place deep slate tile stairs. Just a block in them like this. These will need to be backed with blocks if you care about lighting. So yeah. And in the left one, it's the same thing as the doorway up there. It's just the top 2 blocks. Except make sure you're in the middle because there are 3 rows here. Above the like middle of this this one here, the left doorway, you're just gonna place a 2x2 painting, not that big, a 2x2, and again, it's the same one as before with the, looks like the little play going on. And on the doorway on the right side, you'll have a painting in the top, I guess left and top right of it if you look at it, 2x2s. On the right side, it is the Bob Ross painting, and on the left side, it is the same painting as before. Like so. We're starting to get somewhere. Now, find the center, and this is actually easier than it sounds. If you look at the dome, you have this 2x2 here. You literally just want to trace this down and break the same 2x2 in the floor. Just like that. You can then break, I guess, hold on. You can then break from each side of that 2x2 an additional 3 out. Only on the straight sides, though, the front, left, and right. So you have a giant plus now. You'll then essentially, if you notice you have 3x3s that you could break to make this a square, don't actually do that. You want to break the inner 2x2 of that, which will create a circle instead of a square. Like this. That whole area you can fill in with your oxidized copper. It was like a greenish blue. I think prismarine bricks would also work if you so choose, but I picked this because it's tiled more tiled than prismarine bricks. Anyway, in the middle 2x2, again, you will place a 2x2 of oak slabs and bring them out on each side by 1, except for the corners to, again, create a 4x4 square without the corners. Everybody's favorite. Now, from the back row of slabs here, you'll place a set of 2 beehives moving up that is back diagonally left from it. From the bottom beehive, you'll place another beehive forward diagonally left. And then from the back right oak slab, you'll go back diagonally right and place a beehive. And then from that beehive, place one forward diagonally right. Off the front side of each of these, you want to place dark oak signs. This, I believe, is the right amount of beehives to actually spell out Huggy's name. If you wanted to put the letters on the signs, you could. But H-U-G-G-Y, or it's H-U-G-G-Y, I don't remember. It's some order like that. Anywho, for the mangrove slabs that are in this area, you want to, on these, the oxidized copper on the far left, you'll count forward by 1 from and place a mangrove plank and a slab on top, just like this. From that, count forward 2, right 1, and do the same thing. And then on the from this back one on the opposite side of the circle, but in the same position, just in front of these 2 oxidized copper, you'll place just a mangrove slab. Count right 1 from it and place another mangrove slab like this. We'll make Huggy in a second here. We're almost done this room, though. So if you clear your inventory and get out, dark oak stairs, dark oak slabs, warp signs, yellow wool, warped planks, warped stairs, warp slabs, mangrove signs, and skeleton skulls. That's actually the perfect amount of materials. So first off, you want to take this frontmost waxed oxidized copper set or whatever, and you want to place a set of upside down dark oak stairs facing away from each other on top like this. Place a set of dark oak slabs on top of that with warp signs like so. From the 2x2 middle here of this oak slab platform, you want to break the frontmost 2 blocks there and replace them with yellow wool. On top of the yellow wool, place 3 warped planks and then a set of warped stairs that face forward. On top of those, place 2 more warped planks. And off the top left warped plank, you will place 2 more warped planks left, and then an upside down slab. Bring that slab up with a warped plank and then a yellow wool. From the top right warped plank, you'll place a slab to the right. Bring that down with an upside down slab. Bring that upside down slab right with a plank. Bring that plank down by 1 and then down with a yellow wool. On top of the 2 original warp planks that make up the body, you'll place a couple of upside down warp stairs facing forward. Place upside down warp slabs either side, and then place a full row of warp planks on top. On top of the leftmost plank and rightmost plank, you can place a couple of warp slabs. There's Huggy without his facial features, which we'll add here in a second. I just want to say you don't actually need him here, obviously, because I know he's not great, but I had to make do with the space I was given, so by myself. On the upside down warp stairs here, you'll place a couple of mangrove signs. On the 2 warped planks that are, I guess, up and to the side of each of those stairs, you'll place a couple of skeleton skulls. There is my absolutely beautiful Huggy. You can't say otherwise. He's the greatest thing you've ever seen in Minecraft made. Totally. Anyway, clear your inventory and get out. Nether brick fence. Red nether brick slabs. Cobbled deep slate slabs. Cobbled deep slate stairs. The fact this room has been like 45 minutes is crazy. Yellow concrete. Warp slabs. Polished deep slate slabs, which we'll also use for a couple of blocks. torches, and I guess just for the memes, you can get out a loom. Get out your loom and smack it on the ground somewhere. Just remember where you put it. From each of the 2-block diagonals on either side, or the diagonals on either side of the rows of 6 here on the kind of like first layer of the ceiling, you'll take this white concrete on either side and place a nether brick fence, and then bring it towards the center by 1. Just like this. Yeah, this... At least I've made progress in the recording. I don't really know anymore. Place a upside down red nether brick slab under each of those outside nether brick fences. Yeah, I've done all of this in 1 day so far, by the way. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but oh well. And then you can bring each of those slabs outwards by 1. So this front one, these front ones will be brought, I guess, basically away from each other, the ones that are closest to it. Like this. You then bring them kind of inward diagonally by 1, like this. In by 1, and then you'll have 1 more diagonal, which should connect them. That was a really bad explanation, but just kind of casually check out what I'm doing here. This I want to say is a pipe, actually. It's weird, whatever it is. And I shifted it out for one reason or another. I don't remember why. It was something to do with just the way that the entrance worked. I think it was because I wanted it out more so you could like see Huggy, because I didn't want the pipe blocking anything. Anyway, in the kind of big gaps between, you'll go back diagonally, or kind of, I guess, out diagonally another row, and you'll just have a row of 6 slabs like that. Again, horrendous explanation, but that's maybe what I get for recording for so long. And also, it hopefully is easy enough. There you go. Now, if you come to the top of the dome here, you want to take I guess you want to find just in front of the middle of the dome, top of the dome here. This row of white concrete. I'm more so towards the front, as you can see. I'm just in front of Huggy. You want to find the 3rd yellow terracotta out of either side, which is this one. And you want to go down and place 6 nether brick fence on both sides. And then 2 yellow concrete down from that. You can then connect each of those yellow concretes together, and they should hang kind of just above Huggy's head and forward a row, like this. From the top right yellow, you will place an upside down warp slab forward diagonally right from it, with just a normal warp slab on top. That's a little part of the sign that says "Co." Anyway, so you want to take at the front and the back essentially where you have the like little kind of triangles here where the glass just kind of slowly tapers inward. You want to take the row of 2 and so you want to take the innermost row of 2 of these rows of black glass and bring them down with 5 nether brick fence each. Just like this on the front and back ones. That's not 5. Then below them, you'll place a cobbled deep slate stair that faces away from the center. So they're either going to be facing left or right. Which, you don't want them to be upside down, so you will need some placeholders. Except I'm placing the placeholders on the wrong side. So it happens sometimes. Or that happens sometimes too, apparently. Just like this. You can then essentially do the same thing you did down there, where you just kind of have cobbled deep slate slabs out diagonally from them. Either back diagonally, or forward diagonally, excuse me. Like this. You'll then bring those stairs each out with a cobbled deep slate slab just directly. And then from that, you'll go, I guess, in diagonally out. That totally makes sense, by 2. So from the back, it'll be 4 diagonally out, and from the front, it'll be back diagonally out by 2. And then go either forward or backward by 1. And then you'll go again out diagonally, either back or forward by 1, and then connect together the rows of 4. Just like this. From the front row of 4 here, you will actually break these cobbled deep slate slabs and replace them with polished deep slate blocks. You'll place a row of slabs on top and a row of upside down slabs below. On the inside here, you can just place torches on the blocks like so. Banner letters, everybody's favorite. Not mine, though. You want to take the loom that you put on the floor here, and well, first off, clear your inventory and get out yellow banners, black dye, and yellow dye. And we're just going to go through these one by one. So put in your first yellow banner and a black dye and do the line along the right, which is pale sinister. Then put in a yellow and essentially do the bottom half full yellow, which is per fess inverted. Go back in with your black and you will do the line across the middle left to right, which is fess. Line across the top, which is chief fess. And then line across the left, or down the left, which is pale dexter. There's your P. For the L, you'll put in a yellow banner and you will do the line across the left again, which is pale dexter, and line across the bottom, which is base fess. For the A, you will put in a yellow banner and do the line across the top, which is chief fess. Take out your black, put in a yellow, and you will do the kind of like, I guess, I don't know, oval shape, which is lozenge. And then you'll put back in your black dye and do line across the middle, which is fess again, and then line down the left and right, both, which is pale sinister and pale dexter. For the Y, put in your yellow banner and do the line from top left to bottom right, which is bend. Take out your black, put in a single yellow, and do again the bottom half as full yellow, which is per fess inverted. Put in a, I guess I'll put in all the black dye actually, and do the line from top right to bottom left this time, which is bend sinister. Uppercase Y is just not a thing with banner letters. Put in a yellow and do line across the top, which is chief fess, and line straight down the middle, which is pale. For the I, you'll do again the line straight down the middle, which is pale. Line across top, chief fess, and line across bottom base fess. For the M, you will put in a banner and do line across the top, which is chief fess. And then you'll do all of them, which is down the right, down the left, and down the middle. So pale sinister, pale dexter, and what is it, just pale? Yeah. For the E, you'll do line down the left side, which is pale dexter, and then you'll do all 3 across. So across top, chief fess, across bottom, base fess, and across middle, fess. And then you will put all these banners in the order in which I told you to make them on the yellow concrete, starting from the left. So Playtime. Just like that, and you can get rid of all of your banners and dyes and stuff. And I believe that is this room done. Just kidding, it's not done yet. There's a couple things on the walls, because it's never over, is it? Get out. You should just need blue concrete, yellow concrete, and dark oak planks. On the left wall here, kind of behind these blocks here on the bend, you'll break just 2 white concrete on each kind of portion of the diagonal and fill them with blue. Above the front row of blue, place a yellow concrete, like that, in the wall still. At the back here, you want just above these, the like cyan concrete above that is on top of the red concrete, you'll break into the wall and place 2 dark oak planks. To the right of the bottom one, you'll also place a dark oak plank. Still in the wall. I don't remember what this is, frankly, but it's there. The other one is Huggy with a construction hat, in case anybody was curious. But there you go. There's your dome room done. Oh my god, finally. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of this part of the tutorial. As you can tell, you're going to get the same outro each time, except for part 10 gets a different one. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, the next part will hopefully be soon. I just don't want to throw them all at you like in the span of a week or two. So they'll be a little bit spread out, but not too much. Anyway, with that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.